Hello, this is the Iconbuster.
Recently, I have had the privilege to watch Season 7 of Smallville, and here are my thoughts. First of all, I have to say, I really like this season of Smallville. Now, it wasn't my favorite season of Smallville, but I did enjoy a lot of the episodes on here. So let's start with what made Season 7 good. Well, first off, I really enjoyed Bizarro this season. Now, most adaptations of Bizarros are silly, but this adaptation had a more serious tone. In this series, he wants to make Clark pay for having the life he wants. Of course, if you watch Season 6, Bizarro starts off as a phantom, and in this season, they explain how that this particular phantom was a failed experiment from Krypton, from a Krypton lab, and he wants revenge because they just threw it away. Sadly, though, Bizarro is only in 3 episodes, and after the third episode that he's in, he is destroyed by blue kryptonite. That kind of sucks a little, but I hope they bring him back somehow. Now, they introduced 2 new superheroes this season, Supergirl and Black Canary. I didn't like how they brought in Supergirl this season, but I'll get to that later. The Black Canary episode was alright. It brought back Green Arrow, and the fight between Green Arrow and Luthor was pretty cool. Now, the big story of this season was Veratus. Now, overall, the story was okay. The only problem I had with it, it almost rewrites the entire Smallville history. Apparently, Lionel knew that the Traveler being Clark Kent, was coming to Smallville on the day of the meteor shower, and he was a part of a secret cult to protect him. Also, it says if the Traveler becomes out of hand, becomes out of control, they have a device to control him, and blah blah blah. The storyline ends with Luthor getting the device and discovering Clark's secret, and Luthor standing over Clark as the fortress falls all around them. I personally didn't care for this storyline. The storyline I did like, though, was the one about Brainiac. The storyline with Brainiac, he wants to make it where Clark never existed. In this storyline, Brainiac wipes out both Lana's and Chloe's mind. At one point, he tries to kill baby Clark when he was a baby, and we get to see what the world would be like without Clark Kent. This main story was a lot more fun to watch than the Luthor story, and is what makes Season 7 worth buying. Now on to the Supergirl story. For the most part, she's involved with the Brainiac storyline, but at the beginning of the season, she has her own storyline, which she is awakened when a dam breaks and Clark has to save some people from the river. She starts off by saving Lex, then she tries to find baby Kyle, which she then discovers she was trapped for 18 years in a cryogenic chamber, or something like that. Then Clark takes her in. Then there's a crystal involved, and so forth. You'll just have to watch. At the end of the series, Brainiac tricks her, and she winds up in the Phantom Zone. Now, the big complaint I have is I think now was not the time to bring her in, especially when I hear they're going to barely use her in Season 8. See, I thought they should have brought her in as a younger girl, and if Tom Welling got fed up with the series, they could have had Clark running around the world as Superman, and you could have used Supergirl growing up in Smallville. They could have literally rebooted their whole series and make it twice as long. Make the series twice as long. But now, from what I've read about the new season, it sounds like they're going to take the Lois and Clark route. Okay, whatever. This is the Iconbuster saying, you people who did the Supergirl storyline, you've been busted. Also, I recommend Season 7, and I give it a 7.5 out of 10.